Well, a big Pacific storm system is going to have wide-ranging impacts across the whole U.S. this week. It starts as rain and snow for the Northwest, but this is going to create a little bit of severe weather, some flooding rain in the South, and a big snowfall for the upper Midwest into the Northeast here, which has been in a perpetual snow drought this winter. So this is the culprit, big spinning area of upper level cold air aloft, really, this upper level low, and it's creating showers along the whole West Coast, and it's going to create snow as well at the higher elevations, but not just there. It's going to continue to spread east across the Rockies into the northern plains, right through the Great Lakes, and then potentially into the Northeast here as we head into the week. Severe weather risk isn't going to be the biggest situation with this storm on the southern end compared to last week's storm. We're talking about a marginal risk, meaning there'll be a couple strong to severe storms, but the main threat is going to be flooding rains from these showers and thunderstorms that do develop in Texas and Oklahoma and then push into Arkansas. So we actually have a slight risk of excessive rainfall. That's what we're going to be looking for in Oklahoma into Arkansas. And remember, it is fully spring here in the southern half of the country, so a lot of river levels are already quite high. So we're talking a couple inches of rainfall along the Oregon and Washington coasts, heavy snow in the mountains here in Northern California and through Oregon. We're talking about measuring the snowfall in feet, so it continues to be really great winter for snowfall in the West. Showers start to develop tomorrow and into Wednesday, and we're going to see these clusters of showers and thunderstorms across Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas as that system comes out of the Rockies. We're looking at several inches of rain. Everything in red here is over 3 inches of rainfall, and this is on top of already some pretty soaked areas, especially into the Arkansas side of things, but even Oklahoma. We're talking about potential of over 4 inches of rainfall. And when we look at the river gauges, this is looking throughout Arkansas into southern Missouri. You can see a lot of oranges and yellows. Those are areas that are starting to get close to flood stage already. So you add several inches of water, we're talking about some pretty high river levels. And this is a wider view of stream flow across all the rivers that are flowing here from Iowa through Illinois into Missouri and also Arkansas, all getting pretty high. So this is a normal kind of springtime scenario, so every bit of moisture and where it lands exactly is going to matter. On the northern end, this is going to be a big snow producer. We're going to watch a piece of this energy. Basically, look at these yellows and reds. That's upper level energy, or moving through the middle of the atmosphere, and that's going to touch off a pretty heavy burst of snow here. It looks like late Thursday into early Friday. On the southern end, it's more rain. So that's, again, the problem, the heavy rainfall, but heavy snow from Minnesota into northern Iowa and then throughout central and southern Wisconsin. Still a little bit of discrepancies between the models as far as where does that heaviest snow land, but somewhere in southern Minnesota or northeastern Iowa into central or southwestern Wisconsin. And it's going to be enough to put places like the Twin Cities probably in the top 10 snowiest winters. So far, they're sitting at 13. We'll probably see, it won't take much, just a few more inches to get us into the top 10 or even beyond here. That number one spot might be hard to come by. Still have 2 more feet of snow to go, but it's definitely possible in March and April for Minnesota. And then the snow continues to track into the Northeast. Now, New York, this system is going to be mainly rain, but Boston does have a shot at some snow at least, and it has been a snow drought for those coastal areas of New England. Look at New York. They've only seen 2.2 inches of snow. Normally, they should have over 2 feet at this point in the season. Boston, just 12 inches compared to a normal 40.6. DC, barely a coating of snow this entire winter. And of course, it's not a snowy place, but they definitely should see at least a foot for the season. So those are the things we're watching with that storm as it moves across the country this week.